Hi, I'm Todd Trueluck, and welcome to my knife making shop. So I wanted to talk a little bit about shops and shop setup, and I've done a video of my current shop layout, and it works really well. I do not have a 2x72 grinder. They are expensive. 1200 is a cheap one, 1500, 2000. I don't have that much in the whole shop. So it's just a lot of money to go that far. But I do have a 2x42 grinder. It works really well. It's constant speed, so you do have to be very careful about not overheating anything. But really, other than that, they make really good sanding belts for it, and it works quite well. You don't have to have all of that. I started, like I have said before, I think with a hand drill from Harbor Freight and an angle grinder from Harbor Freight, and I rough cut everything with a hand saw, and then I glued it, and I used the angle grinder to get the rough shape, and then I used hand rasps and sanding paper, and you can make good blades, good knives that you buy the blades from someone else doing that, no problem at all. Now the knife makers will tell you that you're not really a knife maker, but listen, you got to start somewhere. I'm currently making my own blades, and hopefully you'll get to the point where you're able to do that. But as a beginner, a great way to start is to find someone on Amazon or Etsy that makes their own blades and purchase those. You can do that for 30 or 40 bucks in the blade and have a really good quality blade, and then you can put the handles on the thing and just tell people that you're giving it to or selling it to that you did the handles and you didn't do the blades. Be honest about it. You can really get your start that way, and a lot of knife makers start that way, and then it's sort of commonplace to move from there to stock removal, where you buy bar steel like so, and you cut your own blades out, right? That's what I'm getting ready to do right here, is cut my own blades out of this 12 by 12 quarter-inch steel. Then you have to have a furnace or a forge, because you're going to need to be able to heat treat. You need to know what kind of steel you've got and how to heat treat and that sort of thing. And then from that point, if you decide to, you can move off to where you actually forge steel. It's just wherever you decide you want to be. For me, stock removal is a really good way to do it. I enjoy it. It gives me a lot of pleasure to mess with it, and I hope you find your way through there. But don't be hesitant to buy a blade, buy some wood, buy some pin stock, buy some inexpensive hand tools, and just start making some knives and see if you like it. So I hope that helps you, and good luck. Let's do a little shop tour of my current setup. You can see my little 10x10 shed. It's about 9.5 by 9.5 inside. You can see the extension cord simply plugged into the house. I have waterproof wire nuts underneath it. It gives me a little bit of power. I have 20 amps. Make sure you get a 12-aught extension cord that'll carry a full 20 amps if you're going to do that. You don't want to burn anything out. My little outside working table, I use my sanders and grinders and all of my equipment pretty much out here to generate dust outside. You can see my belts on the back wall. I bought a little wood bench, Harbor Freight, almost everything, Vice. I bought some metal shelf, I forget what they call them, the little pegboards to hang on the wall. There's two there for hanging miscellaneous tools. There's another one over there. So you can see on my bench I have my Vice. I have just miscellaneous hand tools, hammers. There's a bunch of works in progress. Getting ready to cut out some steel, finish up some Kydex sheaths. There's a few finished knives that need sheaths. Some kitchen knives that I'm just starting. You can see I have my clamps and sanding equipment along the back wall, sanding belts. Just a towel. A bunch of, jigsaw, handsaw, Dremels. My homemade Kydex press, which I did a video on. There's some media for tumbling. Etched blades to get that nice look. And then here in the floor, you can see there's my, 12 volts for etching. My oven for the Kydex, and to temper my blades, there is a drill press, there is a bandsaw, there is a bench grinder that I use for the buffing wheel, And there's my sander. I do have some other tools I've had over time. Several of these things here are new, and they are from Harbor Freight. Fairly inexpensive. I keep my supplies over here. My furnace is being delivered. I bought a new furnace. I don't have it in here yet. So that's pretty much the whole shop. I do live in Florida, so I have a fan. It's super hot. I keep my table in the corner. You can see right here, that's where the power comes up. So I have my light switch, and I have an extension cord that runs over to that. I've got 2 LED bulbs, so they pull almost no current. I can charge my phone, run the fan, have the lights, and run one piece of equipment at a time without any issue. I can even run my toaster oven. No problem. It's 1,000 amps, pulls about 9 amps. So not super expensive, not terribly complicated, and that is my little knife shop. Thank you so much for watching the video. I do hope that you enjoyed it and maybe even took something away. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and if you want to leave a comment below, I'll do my best to address them. Thank you so much for joining me in my knife making shop.